Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So, what are we doing today?
I've got first movement of Beethoven Spring Sonata.
Spring Sonata. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
All right, let's stop there.
Okay.
Nice job. I think especially at the at bar 11, the accompanimental figure, you had a very nice, warm, healthy sound.
Okay.
I really would love to see that translated into the very beginning as well, because I actually, from my ear, it sounded almost like you were louder than you were at the very beginning.
Okay.
Which I know it's piano, but the piano for a sonata is not the same as a piano when you're sitting like in an orchestra.
Gotcha.
So I think you can really get away with just not being afraid to sing. You'll have plenty of time to, I guess, recalibrate. So like. And then, yeah, because this piano will have no problem projecting. There's never an issue of balance where the piano will not be heard because of the violin.
Gotcha.
Can you try one more time, singing just a bit more? I thought, I'll throw it away, yeah. One more time. Yes. Let's see what we can do about that one shift there. Could you show me what your fingering is right there?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a 2 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to consider just a 1 1 to 4?
Oh.
Something like that.
Okay.
I just find that like a half step shift is usually easier to calibrate.
Right.
One more time for me and going on.
Okay.
Yes. One quick comment before we go on. There was just one. That's where it was.
Oh.
Bars 5. There's one other shift in there that might be.
Yeah. It's not my favorite fingering right now.
What fingering do you have there? Could you maybe, like the fingering we did before, 1 1, and then maybe a 1 something like that. Maybe a 1 1, something like that.
Gotcha. I'll take a look.
Yeah,
at it.
but I trust you'll work on that. And overall, the second section starting at 11 is good. The one thing I would like to say at that crescendo right to the subito piano, which you are doing, it's just that sometimes in Beethoven's music, with pianists, you sometimes find when there's a giant change in dynamic like that, they use a little bit of space, that little extra breath, just to give the space for the volume to come down that quickly. So it would be like.
Okay.
It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but that's something that you can work out with a pianist when you're with them, kind of thing.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, can I
would you
try
mind-
that actually? for
Yes,
the
that would be
crescendo?
great. Could we start actually? Would 16 or 17 be okay?
13, 14, 15, 16. I could do 17.
Sure. Yes. One more thing before we go on to the next section. Overall, that was much better. The piano came across. I think you could even afford a little bit more time, but again,
Yeah,
that's
it's getting under my skin a little bit.
yes. The crescendo into the cadence was good. I would say one more time just to, in your own time, to really. There was a bit of an old habit coming where it seemed like you started floating above the string.
Right.
And I think that really having like a gluey connection between the strings.
Gotcha.
Could you try that one more time from like 20? Actually, start right at the piano, bar 20.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, can I stop you there for 1 second? The delicacy is good. I think you can even use more bow. Not more pressure. The volume is pretty good, but yeah, I think it will help give more core, more air in the sound. Not to sound wispy, but
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, I think a lot of times I saw you were starting your bows from here. I think you can really get.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, that's the idea. But sorry to interrupt. But
worries.
don't get too long on those staccatos at the end. The down bows were good.
Yeah.
Almost like here's the thought, yeah, there it goes.
Okay.
Now big. Good. Alright, let's go through that section. Starting back at the fortissimo high G. I think most of the time there will be a few occasions where you want to have some of that bite, but generally we want a round attack for a lot of this louder notes. So I think You can start from the string, but really make sure there's a round attack. Mhm. Yes. And if I could say one more thing, really make sure you're fighting to sustain all the way through. And these sforzandi, it's almost like a delayed accent in a way, so you get that. I could try it one more time from the fortissimo. Don't drop too soon.
Yeah,
I think you can really keep the intensity until like beat 3.
Okay.
Just good. If I could stop you there for 1 second. Have you considered the option of using the E string for I don't think it's too bright. I think it matches kind of like the overall. This makes me think of like a summer day. It's very carefree. And that kind of like.
Day, if you
I just got it. I just got it. Yes.
will. No worries.
Sorry. Yeah, and I think that it matches the joy that you're looking for, and it also takes out any guesswork of trying to. You can take it or leave it as you want it. Would you mind trying it for me just once that way?
Question though, do you think
Yes.
it would be kind of same idea, just taking that G to the E string? That's 2 bars before where you just were.
I'm not sure I understand the question, so. Taking the G to.
Because I was doing it on the A, but I was a little worried that it'd be like too bright on the E there.
Oh, I don't think so. I think that as long as you're vibrating, that will give it the warmth it needs. So.
Okay. Can I start from there?
Yes.
I want to try that.
I think that's great.
Yeah, I can rock with that. Okay.
I don't think it sounds too bright at all. I think there's a sunniness to it. Keeping an eye on time because I know we have limited time together. Would you mind actually starting wherever's good for you so we can get into. Ooh, hello. Wherever that. If right on it works, or
right
even
on
just.
it is fine.
Okay. All right, and I know they're not here yet, but the pianist there is kind of in dialogue with you. You do the, and then the piano immediately. So I think to keep that in mind, but also really make sure that you can play with them and bounce off of the pianist. However, I think that's a real fun moment for engaging with one another because it's so clear, the back and forth.
Right.
How about, let's try this. You start and I will play the piano line in response to you when it comes up. Nice. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Letter C, I think overall is good. I still think you can give even more.
Yeah.
Really finding that power, especially at the top note, while keeping it short. But yeah, just really You know?
It's like a
just not a bite, but just really find that energy, that adrenaline, if you
Gotcha.
will. No worries about it. I trust you will fix any intonation. Try one more time. What we're going for is just the crescendo and the power here. But not too long at the end.
Oh, right.
One more time. I feel like there's a. Can you? Yeah. Let's just isolate the stroke for a second. Just any note. Would you say that's like, if we 1 to 10, would you say that's like a 5, 6?
On what scale? Like just like quality?
Oh, sorry, volume. Let's just go straight
Okay.
volume.
Like a 5 on volume.
All right. Can we try starting at just try the stroke for me. And now, without changing the length of the note, while you keep playing it, I'm going to tell you like go up or down in volume, and I want to see what you need to do in order to keep the length the same, but in order to change the volume, if that makes sense. So starting at 5. Let's go up to 8. And now 10. Yeah, no worries.
Way to do that well.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying to get at here is that as you continue to work on really bringing out the line here, that as you grow in sound, the length does not change, but the stroke, in this case, it almost more vertical, but also a faster stroke, if you will, that helps bring out the volume more.
I'll look at it.
Yes. But yeah, could we try just right on letter C, and yeah, don't worry about the crescendo too much for now, but yeah, just really make sure that you're trying to capture the character. Good. Too long.
What was that?
Sorry, I shouldn't have muttered. Not too long. That last one was still just a bit too long.
Okay.
But
Is it coming off too punchy on the very last note?
no, it is not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is the top of the line. It is sforzando. It should be almost an exclamation mark in a way.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we have just a couple minutes left together. Can we start just right at the? The last thing I'd like to leave you with, I guess, is sometimes the inconsistencies in the sound that I hear are because I feel like some of these strokes, especially like the repeated staccato, are coming from the air. And I feel actually finding a way to control the landing of the plane, if you will.
Oh, so like da-da-dum, but then kind of keeping it like.
If you are coming from the air, almost like practice the slow motion of it arriving. I think sometimes if you try and just bring it down, there is always that chance of it kind of escaping the losing the traction.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Good. Okay. Last thing we'll touch on for today is the line is coming out. I think you could exaggerate it even more. Let me get the notes right. Sorry, for me, can you just start it one more time at letter D? Just one more time. I think what's my brain was trying to figure out but didn't decipher the first time. I think you can find a way to make the bow feel stuck to me right now. If there's let's see. I don't think breaking up the bow would be helpful in this case, but really find a way to make sure that all the activity in the left hand is not getting in the way of this. Lead with the right arm, not the left. Maybe try one time. Just look at the contact point and really focus on the right arm, because your left hand knows what it's doing. Yes, that was very good. There was just a little bit of separation, which is completely fine.
Oh yeah,
to
that
get
was
more
so I could
comfortable.
think.
Yes, no, exactly, and I completely understand, and that was good. I think those gaps, they'll solve themselves, but line-wise, that was much better, I think. I think that's all the time we have for today, but
Awesome.
yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.